Okay, so here we are. We have a couple of options for you. So if you have a webcam from your desktop that you can take home and it has a USB port, or if you have a document camera that has, again, a USB port, you might be able to use this with your Chromebook. So here you've got your Chromebook. You're ready to go? We're going to test it out. So if you need to be able to share a book, share different documents in front of you, anything of that nature, say it's a math that you would like to demonstrate on a whiteboard or something of that sort. Here's what you can do. So we're going to plug in our document camera and we're going to plug it right into the side of our Chromebook. From here, we are going to, and I'm just going to share my screen so you can see it. We've got something called, let's go present now. I'm going to do a tab for a moment and I'm going to show you what one it is. Okay, so on your screen, hopefully, once this gets going, you'll be able to see hopefully it's working in my Google Meet. There it goes. All right, so you see it. When I search the Chrome Web Store, you can look for IPEVO Visualizer, and once you find it, you can launch the app. So when I launch the app, I'll be able to see, and I'll show you what that looks like in just one moment. If I want to share this, this is what it actually comes up to. And I'm going to change that camera input to be the actual, hopefully I can find it. Cancel. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go back over to my Meet. And what I'm going to do, if I open up that IPEVO Visualizer and I launch the app, I've got it going, but I'm going to move it down here for a minute. And I'm going to present, instead of a tab, I'm actually going to select one of my windows, and that window will be my IPEVO. Audio. Let's see, I keep checking to make sure it's going there. All right, so I'm going to present now, and I'm going to do a window. And here, it's going to come up and give me my choices. So I've got my IPEVO Visualizer. So I'm going to make sure that my document camera is turned on. So it's got a little switch, you toggle it on. From here, you set up whatever it is that you would like to share. So on my Chromebook, I have my options of what I'm going to share. And just so you can see it a little bit closer, you're going to have a window. And you click on that window, and then you push share. And from there, you'll get the opportunity to be able to share. And I can already tell that it is focused down on what I need it to look at. So if, for example, I wanted to share a specific document, and if you have this set up, and typically I have it set up so that this is behind. So you can see I've set up my IPEVO camera, and I've set it up right behind. I put the piece of paper down in front of me, and this actually adjusts. So for example, you can see that this adjusts wherever it needs to go. And from here, I angle it down so it's over my paper that I would like to share. I can zoom in, I can autofocus, and it can get really, really close. And if I'm not loving the way that my screen is, you can always go to settings and you can change your video quality. So it's doing auto. I can change it to send to be 720. So right now, if I need it brighter, I can turn on the camera. And again, this is sharing through my Chromebook to other viewers. So you're now seeing what the viewer at home would see. Okay, so again, you can move it, do whatever you need to do. And when I'm sharing on the Chromebook, then I can change that to be larger. I can use the pens, do whatever I need to do in order for everyone to be able to see it. Okay. Now, the other cool thing about this is you can also use this as a webcam. So when you tilt it up, you can rotate, and when you rotate it, you can now use this if you did not have an actual webcam. So notice that that is really zoomed in. Nobody needs it that close. And so here we are. So again, I can switch it down and rotate, so then it becomes, again, our dock cam, and I can zoom in whatever I need to. If you don't happen to have a dock cam, so I'm going to switch this one off. Again, it's as simple as switching it off, closing it up, you're good to go. All right, so that is, again, a USB import. You just put it in and you're good. All right, next, what we're going to do is you've got another option. Now, the other option that you can use is, say you've got a desktop webcam. This one, again, will simply plug in to the side of your Chromebook. Okay, and it instantly becomes another camera. And so I can change that import. Again, I can use that iPivo visualizer, launch that app right from my Chrome app launcher at the bottom of my Chromebook, and then I'm ready to go. So this, again, not as steady, so you could set this up anywhere that you've got a way to prop this up, and this becomes a dock camera. So as long as you've got something that you can set it on, and again, you could use the side of your Chromebook, you could do whatever you need to do. But again, then you can share whatever it is you need to. Notice that I'm shaking. If I have a milk crate, anything that I can put this on, it is so clear, so easy to see, and again, it works in a pinch to be able to share your documents with your students. Okay, so again, if it's something that they needed to be able to see, you could again do that. Okay. Again, USB, simple plug and play, and that goes right in there into your Chromebook, and so then you're ready to go. I'm trying to think if there are any other things that we could possibly share to help you out with that. But it would be very simple to be able to plug in something to your Chromebook. If you have an iPad, again, when you're on an iPad and you are on a Google Meet, you're going to join the Google Meet on your iPad, and then you can share anything such as a Jamboard, and you wanted to write on there. So you would join your Google Meet just like normal, and this one, I join a meeting, and from here, I just join. And I'm going to mute my sound. Okay. I'm going to turn it down. Okay. So when I'm on my Google Meet, I can share my screen. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. And I'm going to share screen, start the broadcast. And when I do that, okay, it's going to share whatever it is that I go to. So here I go. I'm going down here. You're able to see it. I can go over to my, let's see, I wanted to share the Jamboard, and here it is. And so when I'm on with my students, I can check in with them and help them with anything that they need to do. So here are some right here. So then when I'm on the next one, I could go ahead and show any of my students, you know, how to do something or do something live. Okay, so then we could do it all together. I can direct their attention anywhere I need them to go, and you can even add images. So if there's something from your Chromebook that you needed, or excuse me, from your iPad that you needed, you can simply bring that right up. You can search the internet and bring up any picture. So if there was a plant that you wanted to, parts. Okay, so you can find the one that you were looking for, and let's say you wanted that one. Okay, and you can go ahead and ask students to label it. And you can always share this out. And when you do share it out, you're able to have them label these different things. You would copy the URL address and be able to change the edit button to copy, and it forces a copy, and all the kids would be able to have their own. And that's that. I hope you have a wonderful day, and this is the simple way to be able to share with your students whatever it is that you're working on. And again, this very simply becomes, if you open up your camera, okay, and I reverse this, right here, again, becomes a document camera. Okay, okay, and then I can share whatever book, math, whatever it is I might be doing. So that's just by opening up the camera app. Okay, we have one last way that you can use a device to be a document camera, and that's just by simply using your phone. Again, you just make sure you have the Meet app on your phone, and then you just join the same meeting with test. I made sure that I muted because I'm going to be using my audio on my Chromebook or on my desktop, whatever it might be. But once I join, then I still have the same options to be able to share my screen. So I go to the three dots, and just like on an iPad, I share my screen, and whatever it is that whatever app or whatever it might be that I'm working on my phone, my students will see whatever it is that I'm doing. So I'm going to start a broadcast, and then hopefully you'll see it start to update on our screen as well. Okay, so as soon as it's set, and you can see that Susan Grammatico is presenting, notice there was a lag time of about 10 seconds. So just be aware that don't start saying, oh, see here on our document, when they can't see it yet. So again, they can see anything that I'm sharing. So when I come down to this screen, they're going to be able to see whatever it is. My connection is not that great because I'm not on the same Wi-Fi network right now. So it's a little bit of a lag, so just realize that. If I wanted to share my camera, so again, I went to my camera app right at the bottom, and I'm opening it. And when I do so, again, just give it a second. It's about 10 seconds behind. And then I should be able to show my students, again, so I would just make sure that I'm touching it and make sure it's getting clearer. Notice you've got the autofocus on the Apple products, so then it should be clear, and you can see how much more crisp and clear that is. So I can share whatever it is, and this is a makeshift document camera just using our phone. Works with Android, anything you need to do. So my phone though just lost the signal because it just died. So just make sure that you're plugged in, and you won't have the same issue that I just ran into. But again, makeshift doc camera is by using your phone. Just simply opening up your camera app and share your screen when you're in a Google Meet. So you open up that Google Meet app, then share your screen, open up your camera app, give it about 10 seconds to make sure it's connected. Definitely plug in, or don't use a 6S. That's my recommendation. Have a great day.